After nurses training, I married, and our 3 children were born in the Pandozzi building on 3 North Maternity Ward. And I worked there until the Strathcona building opened in 1970. My, oh my, how things have changed, and technology is the biggest, in my estimation anyway, because when I worked, there were no IV pumps, no computers, no monitors. But that's the way it was in those days, and we didn't think anything of it. Doctors had no pagers, no cell phones. We had to track them down. We may know that they'd gone to a restaurant for supper or something, but other than that, we just had to track them down, hopefully.
How KGH came to be is actually, it started with a donation from the Kelowna Land and Orchard Company. It started with philanthropy in 1908 with 12 acres of land. At that time, it was about 19 beds and 1 doctor, which expanded to about 4 doctors by the 30s. Now we're upwards of close to 550 physicians here on site, here, active privileges on the site here at KGH, and we have over 400 beds. Now our geographic reach now within Interior Health is about the size of Germany, running essentially from Alberta border to the US border up to Princeton, Williams Lake area. So in that, we service about 22 acute care facilities throughout that region, and everybody would send their patients to us if they require specialized care or some form of higher level of care is what we call it, which is also labeled as tertiary care support. So any given Sunday, we have about 1 in 4 patients in KGH, or over 100 patients, will be from outside our local region, meaning they need to travel essentially to come here to get the specialized care.
If you look at any high-performing healthcare system and the largest and best academic health sciences institutions in the world, they have been able to achieve that only through philanthropy. They've been able to achieve it through public funding, through grant funding, and through other sources of funding, but philanthropy really has been the catalyst that the academic health science institutions and the best hospitals in the world have been able to move forward into that higher level.
Joanna's House just emphasizes the fact that we are a regional tertiary hospital, and we're here for everyone, not just for patients from Kelowna. So if you have to travel from anywhere in this huge health authority, you've got a safe landing, and you'll have a place to stay, you'll have a place to get well and stay well while you're caring for your family member. I think it says an awful lot about Kelowna that we're growing up into a major tertiary academic institution.
It gives me a sense of pride in my community, really. What matters about having donors and having the foundation be involved in our projects isn't just about closing a gap to create some capacity for some funding. It's involving the community. It shows the community cares about their local hospital. It also shows Kelowna as a unique community, in essence, that is caring about other communities. Because Joanna's House is really going to service a lot of people that are from outside our community. But it shows the type of class, and it gives me the pride to be involved in a project like this, and as a community member within Kelowna, this is something special. It's really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The fact that we actually need a place near KGH for families like Joanna's House, it just speaks to the fact that this place now is full service. Being and living in the Lower Mainland and the lodges that are affiliated with the cancer agency, Ronald McDonald House, for example, all of these were for large tertiary and quaternity care centers that had referral bases for the whole province. And the recognition that this is needed for Kelowna and the need for it and the fact that it now will be here and be realized really does speak to the fact that this is not a community hospital anymore. This is a large institution that does full service care, that does it really well, and the recognition of from the community to be able to support something like that really does show our investment in people here in Kelowna.